Good morning, friends. Today we will start with types of conflict. This is our second class in managing change in organizations. In the previous class in MCO, we have studied what is conflict. Conflict is the difference or incompatible or opposing goals between two people. It may be incompatible or opposition goals, interests, persons, okay, and ideas. So, if there is a conflict, then these are the reasons which are incompatible of one person with another person, which leads to conflict in between persons. When we say it is incompatible or opposing needs, it means your need is different from my need. So we are having different needs and everybody wants to satisfy their needs, so there will be a conflict. There are two different goals, you may be having different goals, I will be having different goals, it may be cause of conflict. There may be different ideas of doing a particular thing. You think your idea is better, I think my idea is better, so this will also lead to conflict. So this incompatible or opposing goals, needs, ideas, or people, when we say people, it leads to personalities. People, this causes conflict. We have also read what is the difference between conflict and competition. Okay, and then we have also read about the various sources of conflict. What are the various sources of conflict? So these things we have read. Now coming to what are the types of conflict. Here are the types of conflict we have to see that conflict is of three levels. At three levels the conflict may be different. It may be at individual level, it may be at group level, or it may be at organization level. It may be individual level, it may be group level, it may be organization level. When a conflict occurs between individual, then it becomes this individual conflict or personal conflict. When it happens at group level, then it becomes conflict at group level. It may be intergroup conflict or intragroup conflict. And then comes to organization level. Here the conflict occurs because of differences in or opposing needs, goals of organization. It may be inside the organization or between the organization. We will discuss each of these separately. Now coming to first is individual level. The conflicts occurring on the individual level. Intrapersonal, interpersonal. At individual level, the conflict can be either intrapersonal or interpersonal. Here the two words are different only because of the suffix, because of the prefix. Like there it is intra and then it is inter. What is the difference between intra and inter? Intra means within. It may be the conflict that occurs within an individual is what? Intrapersonal. Inside, within. Or when we say inter, it is between two groups, two persons, two organizations. So it will be inter. This inter means between. Now let us come to intrapersonal. When we say the conflict is intrapersonal, it means that the conflict is within an individual. The person is not able to decide. There are different goals or roles inside the person which creates opposing roles and goals or incompatible goals and roles within a person creates conflict in the mind of the person. It is known as intrapersonal conflict. Okay. What happens in interpersonal conflicts? Suppose let me give you an example for different goals. If you as a student you may be having an examination, but you may be also interested to go for a particular route. Okay. Or if you want to buy a car, you have in your mind that I want to buy a particular type of car, but also you feel that what will other people say, what color should I take, what will people say about the color, the status. So there is a conflict between you. regarding the goals for which you need the car, or goals you want to achieve as a student, whether you want to go for a party or picnic or go for a movie or study for the examination or pre-test or unit test. So these are the differences in goals that occurs within the person. This is our intrapersonal. Another thing is intrapersonal conflict may be also because of conflicting roles. The same person, a person who is working in an organization in a particular capacity, performs the role of an employee in the organization when he or she is working in the organization. But apart from that role, professional role, he or she has a personal role. And what is the personal role? He or she may be a mother, may be a spouse. Okay, so this causes conflict. Suppose a child is very sick and the mother has to go to office. What happens? There is intrapersonal conflict. Even though she wants to stay with the child, it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because her inner mind, she wants to be with the child, but she has to perform her professional obligations also, her professional role also. She cannot leave that also. So this causes conflict inside her mind regarding this intrapersonal conflict inside her mind, telling that what should I do, what role should I follow. So this intrapersonal conflict majorly occurs because there is differences in roles or differences in goals. Okay, now apart from intrapersonal conflict, there are the conflicts that occur inside, within an individual. There is also interpersonal conflict. What happens in interpersonal conflict? In interpersonal conflict, there are two or more people who are having opposing needs, opposing wants, okay, opposing ideas. There are differences or incompatible. Okay, this causes interpersonal conflicts. There may be differences in perceptions, differences in personalities, differences in values, differences in attitudes. There are various reasons because two persons are not alike. Obviously, this will result in conflict. Suppose we say, example of personalities. How personality causes interpersonal conflict. Suppose a person's personality is very introverted. Okay, and the person's personality is very extrovert. I mean the person. So there is a conflict because the person who is introvert will not be interested to give presentations, will not be interested to go for a say, training or some other things because he doesn't want to be, he wants to be inside the office, doesn't want to speak in a public platform, he doesn't want to say a speech or something. But extrovert person may be pushing that person that okay, you go and give this presentation, you give the sales speech for a particular product, and the introvert person may not be interested because that person is introvert, doesn't want to speak. So this causes a problem because there is a conflicting personalities. When we say perceptions, what are the reasons how perceptions causes interpersonal conflict? Then we can say conflict. What happens when there are different perceptions? What two managers may argue how to increase the efficiency, the productivity of an organization. Some people will say this is the better way, one manager may say, another manager may be having a conflicting perception regarding the, how the performance can be improved, efficiency can be improved. So these two people will be at loggerheads and there will be interpersonal conflict between these two people. Now coming to values, how values creates conflicts. What happens in values? If your value is not supporting mine, okay, so it may cause conflict. A person who doesn't believe due to his religious sentiment, doesn't believe in drinking, has to attend the office party where his seniors force him to drink, then it will be interpersonal conflict because the person, because of his religious beliefs and sentiments, is not interested in drinking and he is being pursued or pushed to have a drink. So this also may be a conflict. Also the conflict may be due to difference in attitudes. How a person looks at the job. Some people are very, very loyal to the company. They are very hardworking. Their attitude toward work is very positive. and the people who are very lazy, lagas, who don't want to do their job properly. So if there are two people like this, when they come face to face, it will cause conflict. So due to differences in personalities, due to differences in perceptions, due to differences in values, due to differences in attitude, this kind of conflict may occur. Okay? So this is about interpersonal conflict. Now, apart from this intrapersonal and interpersonal conflict that occurs here, another thing you have to see is under interpersonal conflict, there are again two types of conflict. Vertical horizontal. The interpersonal conflict again may be of two types. It may be a vertical interpersonal conflict, it may be horizontal interpersonal conflict. What is a vertical interpersonal conflict? In any organizations, there is a top management, there is a middle management, there is lower management, there are workers. There is a structure, hierarchy, organization structure. There are superiors, there are subordinates. So if a conflict arises, maybe due to perceptions, difference in perceptions or personalities or values or attitudes, but this occurs between two persons, one of them is a superior and one of them is a subordinate, then it will be an example of vertical interpersonal conflict. But when this conflict is among the people in the same functional area, at the same level, or at the same level but in different functional areas, so this will be a problem of interpersonal horizontal conflict. Let me give you an example. Suppose in vertical, you can say that a manager has a problem how his subordinates is doing a job. It may cause a conflict. In horizontal, a sales manager and a manufacturing manager or a finance manager, they may be having a conflict. Okay. Even though they are at the same level, managerial levels, they are maybe from different functional areas or maybe from same functional area. There may be two marketing managers or sales managers, Salesforce managers who will be at loggerheads, who will be having conflicts. Okay, so here the horizontal conflict can occur between same level of persons, but it may be in the same functional area or it may be in a different functional area. So again, the interpersonal conflict is running vertical and horizontal. This is about the individual level of conflict. Another level of conflict that occurs in organization is at group level. At group level. Intra-group and intergroup. It is similar here. The intra and the inter are the major differences. If you see, in intra-group, the conflict occurs between the members of the group or team. But in intergroup, the conflict occurs not between within the group, but between the groups. Okay, so let me explain this intra-group. In intra-group, the conflict occurs within the members of a team or a group. They may be having a disagreement or there may be a misunderstanding between the members of the group about how the work may be done, about who will lead, about how far a person is doing that job. Let me give you an example of that. Suppose a particular person in the group or team is getting more recognition or is being promoted, even though every person in the group are working equally hard, then the other persons may have a conflict with the person. If a lot of people are promoted, some particular person in the group is not promoted, even though he or she has performed well, then it may be a cause of conflict. He or she may feel that she is not getting what she should get the promotion and she is not getting, and this may be a cause of conflict between intra-group conflict, conflict that is occurring within the group. Now, another type of conflict that I have already said is intergroup conflict. It is the conflict between two groups. Okay, there are two groups who are at conflict with each other. Again, here also, what happens? It may be disagreement or misunderstanding. Also, what happens in intergroup conflict? One group tries to undermine or put down another group of persons. Here, the goal is to put the another group of person down in order to lift your group. Okay, this happens due to intergroup conflict. What another thing happens? There may be difference in viewpoints. So there is conflict between the different groups, among different groups. Also, there may have different group loyalties. If I am loyal to my group, I will support my group. I will say everything my group has done well, and there is another group. The members of that group will be supporting that group. So these two groups, opposing groups, will be having difference in loyalties, various group loyalties, and also how the groups can perform. This is also a reason of conflict. Another reason for conflict will also be competition for resources. What is competition for resources? In organization, the resources are very scarce. So what happens in this? There is problem of resources. So this causes problem. So there is a marketing group and there is a sales group, or two marketing group or two sales group of different regions. One is from north region, one is from south region, one is from east region, one is from west region. What happens? The budget they require, the amount of budget, marketing budget they require for doing business, the budget. This budget will be, suppose, as a limited, resources are scarce. So one group may say that we require more budget this time because we are going to expand our market in North India. And the South Indian people, South group may say that we are expanding the market in South India. So we want a larger chunk of the budget, marketing budget. So this may be a cause, reason of conflict between two groups. So here the reason may be, either it may be due to viewpoints, due to competition, due to other different group loyalties, or one group tries to undermine other group only because due to competition. This causes intergroup conflict. Here you have to remember that this intergroup conflict is both, the conflict here both is positive and negative. When we say it is negative, it causes clashes, aggression and hostility between groups. Okay, one group will be hostile to other group, but this also has certain positive impact on the organization of the groups. What happens? It happens group, there is group cohesiveness. Cohesiveness, the binding nature of the group. Since one group is competing with another group, the members of a particular group are bound to each other more closely. So there is more group cohesiveness. This is a positive impact of intergroup conflict. Another thing is increased focus on work. Each group wants to have good performance. So what does they do? They want to have good performance. So there will be increased focus on work. Suppose two groups are fighting, the north, maybe the north region or the south region are fighting, who will have a better sales output this year, how much they can sell. So they will be more focused on sales. They want their group to excel in this fight, in this conflict. So it will be a positive thing. Another thing is increased loyalty towards the group. Since both the groups, there is differences. So their loyalty towards the group also increases. So these are the examples where the intergroup conflict causes positive impact. Okay, this is very essential to know. Another example of intergroup conflict which I can give in order to remove your doubts is that there is always a conflict between unions and management. Why this type of conflict occurs? This type of conflict occurs because they are having different interests. The union want that the workers should get good wages, good working conditions, and the managers wants to reduce the cost. This will be also a reason of conflict. Example of intergroup conflict. So here we are studying what is group. Again in group the conflict may be intra-group or intergroup. In intra-group, this conflict occurs inside or within the group, among the members of the group, and inter-group conflict, the conflict occurs between two groups. It may be due to differences in opinions, differences in understanding, differences in group loyalties, it may be competition for resources. These are the ways in which at group level the conflicts are intra-group and inter-group. Apart from individual and group, there is also another level where the conflict can occur. That is at organization level. Okay? The conflict can occur at organization level. Okay? Here also the conflict may be intra-organizational and inter-organizational. Okay, the same thing. Intra-organization means the conflict that occurs within the organization, and inter-organizational means the conflict that occurs between two organizations. In intra-organizational, what we have studied, because in an organization there are persons and groups working together in order to achieve the target, in order to achieve the objectives of the business, of the organization. What are the mission visions that has been set? Yes or no? So what happens in intra-organizational conflict? Intra-organizational conflict means the conflict that occurs inside the organization. Here it is nothing but the sum total of intrapersonal, interpersonal, intra-group and intergroup conflict. If we add all these type of conflicts, then it becomes intra-organizational conflict, because both the persons and the groups operate inside the organizations, and these are the ways in which it is caused. It may be conflict due to role, it may be conflict due to hierarchy, okay, it may be conflict due to other things, line and stuff. So all these things, conflicts occur because this is inside the organization. This type of conflicts occurs inside the organization between the members, okay, of the organizations. And then comes inter-organizational conflict. Okay, what happens in inter-organizational conflict? Here the conflict occurs between two or more organizations. Okay, suppose, because both organizations may be competitors, they both be following for the same objectives. Suppose the objective is to get a maximum market share, and there are two organizations who want the maximum market share. So both the companies will be having this opposing goal. So there will be a conflict between two organizations. Okay. Apart from that, there is a conflict between the government agency and the organization. This is also an example of inter-organizational conflict. Another thing is there will be conflict between the members, like suppliers and the buyer organization. Because whenever the organization produces certain things, it has certain suppliers from which it receives the raw materials. Suppose the organization is having conflict with those, is not getting the raw materials properly, or there is differences in opinions or goals or needs or ideas of these two, supplier organization and the buyer organization. So this may be a reason of conflict. So in this way there may be a conflict, inter-organizational conflict. Okay, so we have understood how the conflict occurs, 6 major types. At individual level it will be intrapersonal, interpersonal, group level it will be intra-group, intergroup, and at organization level also the conflict may be intra-organizational and inter-organizational. Apart from this, there are another 3 types of conflict which are worth mentioning and understanding. Is task conflict, relationship conflict, and personal process conflict. I will explain all of them. First is task conflict. Task conflict. What happens in task conflict? Here the conflict is relating to about the how the task has to be performed, about the content and the goals of the work, how you can achieve the result, how the task has to be performed more efficiently and effectively. The conflict is due to that. So it is known as task conflict. Okay. What happens? There is disagreement about different people in the organization. What is the best way to advertise a product? Best way to achieve the sales target? Best way to enter into a new market? Here, in all the cases, the conflict between persons is only because they want that the task or the objective of doing the work should be properly achieved. That is their main intention. That is the reason there is conflict between the people. If it is at a moderate level, if it moderate level is manageable level, this type of task conflict is very functional, is very good for the organization, because people are brainstorming, trying to get ways in order to do the task in a more complete, efficient and effective manner. But when the task conflict increases by leaps and bounds, is more, then it creates problem. It hampers the performance of the organization. Okay. Next, apart from task conflict, there is another thing is relationship conflict. Relationship conflict means nothing but interpersonal conflict. How this interpersonal conflict or relation between two people creates conflict, this is the subject matter of relationship conflict. Mostly all relationship conflicts are dysfunctional in nature. Why? Because they causes friction between the two people. It causes hostility, interpersonal hostilities. It causes aggression among the people. For this reason, this relationship conflict is not good. What happens due to this? There is decrease in understanding between the members of the people. Okay, and there is mutual understanding is not there. This hinders the performance or how the task has to be completed. It causes clashes. So this relationship conflict is mostly dysfunctional in nature because it causes hindrances in the growth of the organization. It creates clashes, it causes misunderstandings, it causes aggression, it hinders the performance. So this is the reason relationship conflict is not. But this relationship conflict occurs mostly because there is differences between interpersonal. What is interpersonal? It may be differences in perception, as I discussed earlier. There are differences in perception, differences in values, differences in personalities or attitudes. These are the ways, these are the reasons for which two persons' relations are being hampered. And this, when two persons' relationship is hampered, they are not able to perform their job better. They are always at conflict with each other. When all the members of the organization are at conflict with each other, then the performance cannot be improved. The performance cannot be achieved. Okay, the organization cannot achieve its objectives. So this relationship conflict is dysfunctional in nature. This is not good for the organization. Last thing is another type of conflict is process conflict. Process. What happens in process conflict? Here the conflict is what are the ways or the process by which the work can be done. The end result, how to reach the end result. What is the ways and means we can reach the end result or the end outcome. If that is the subject matter of the conflict, then it becomes as process conflict. And this at lower levels is very functional for the organization because organizations tries to brainstorm and come out with more innovative ways, processes and means to achieve the performance. Okay, and this supports the work groups. This type of conflicts supports the work groups, also improves the group's performance. So this type of process conflict at lower levels is very good, but at higher levels the performance is little bit undermined because there is too much discussion on the process or the means by which the end can be achieved, but not work is done how the performance can be increased. So there is too much discussion on the process and not the work final outcome. So this causes conflict. So if it is moderate level, process conflict is functional, and if it happens at more leaps and bounds the higher level, then it is bad for the organization. Let me give you an example of this process conflict. If one technician uses a different process of quality control, and another technician or another person uses another means of quality control, then they may be having this process conflict regarding that which process of quality control is better and which process should be implemented in the organization in order to get removal of these quality issues and make the quality of the products and services better. So this is the example of a process conflict. So apart from the conflicts at 3 levels, individual, group and organization, there are also task conflict, relationship conflict and process conflict. Okay, so these are what are the various types of conflicts. This is one of the major questions that come in your examinations. I will be sending you the note digitally. Please go through the video. If you have any doubts, come back to us. No need to panic, sit at home, prepare. Thank you.